The death of downtown San Francisco. That's the headline everyone has been reading the last few years. Empty offices, boarded up storefronts, the tech exodus. The narrative is that downtown is dead. The city is in decline and San Francisco's best days are behind it. But here's the thing, when you actually look at the data, the numbers are telling a different story. I'm a real estate agent who works in San Francisco every single day, and I see something totally different. Some things are generally struggling, but other things are rebounding faster than we'd expect. So today, I'm breaking down the good, bad, and ugly of what's going on in downtown San Francisco. Hey everyone, my name is Epstein, and I'm a lifelong San Franciscan and realtor here in the Bay Area. If you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, or renting in or near San Francisco, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to be a resource for you. You can find my contact information below. In this video, I'm not going to sugarcoat things. Downtown has real problems. With that being said, the doom narrative that surrounds downtown San Francisco is not always true. Now let's dive deep and get into the full picture. Number one, the narrative versus reality. If you've been following the news about San Francisco, you've heard it all. Downtown is empty, offices are vacant, and businesses are closing. On top of that, I'm sure you heard that people are leaving and there's a mass exodus. Look, the reality is that some of that is true. Office vacancy in San Francisco hit serious highs in 2024. That is a real problem. Some businesses that have been established here for a long time have now closed. The San Francisco Center, or Westfield Mall in downtown San Francisco near Union Square, has been permanently closed and has gone back to its lender. Here's what the headlines didn't tell you. The market turned a corner in 2025. According to Colliers, San Francisco reached 12 million square feet of leasing activity in 2025. That's the highest annual total since 2019, marking an important turn. Cushman & Wakefield reported that the office market reported positive absorption for the first time in 2025 since 2019. The narrative regarding San Francisco is old and outdated. It almost makes us seem like we're in 2022, but in reality, we're in 2026. Let's move on to a problem everyone is talking about, which is office space. Problem number two, office vacancy. Like I mentioned earlier, office vacancy in San Francisco peaked in 2024. Cushman & Wakefield reports that we hit almost 37% in Q3 2024. I know I'm just spitting out numbers, so for context, before the pandemic hit, we were at 5% office vacancy. So yes, we do have a real problem here. About a third of offices have been vacant. Now here's what's changed in 2025. According to Colliers, the market recorded almost 500,000 square feet of positive absorption in Q4 2025. That's the largest quarterly gain in 6 years. By the end of Q4, vacancy has dropped to almost 30%. You might be wondering what's driving this. 2 letters. Want to take a guess? AI. According to Cushman & Wakefield, artificial intelligence companies accounted for 80% of global venture capital. SF-based AI firms received almost $100 billion in venture capital through Q3 2025. Furthermore, Colliers reports that annual AI VC funding has reached over $125 billion in 2025. This is up from just over $38 million in 2024. These companies are important because they're not just making money, but they're leasing spaces. CBRE reports that AI companies have received over $100 billion since 2020. With this, they're actively expanding their footprints across the city. I should note that it's not just AI. Other major businesses are bringing people back to the office. Amazon announced a 5-day return to work policy in January 2025. Salesforce increased its office requirements in late 2024. So here's the reality. San Francisco office vacancy is still high, but now for the first time since the pandemic, we see things moving the right way. We're finally at an inflection point where we received positive absorption. Okay, so now we know that office is starting to recover. What about the street level? What's going on with retail, restaurants, and foot traffic? Number 3, foot traffic and retail. This is where things get a little more complicated because downtown San Francisco isn't just one place. It's a collection of multiple neighborhoods. All of them are recovering at different speeds. Let's start with retail. San Francisco's retail vacancy is right around 7%. A report notes that San Francisco's retail vacancy is one of only 8 metros in 2025 where retail vacancy has stayed flat or has gone down. San Francisco's retail market saw notable store openings in Q3 2025. Some of those include Ross Dress for Less on Market Street, Apple Cinemas on Van Ness Avenue, and the DSW Shoes returning to Stonestown Galleria Mall. The food and beverage scene also saw a significant activity in new openings. With that being said, not all of downtown is recovering equally. Union Square is finally seeing some renewed activity. Vacancy has declined to under 23% 3% as of Q3 2025. This marks the first quarterly decrease since 2022, according to Cushman & Wakefield. Areas like Mid-Market and Soma are still continuing to struggle. Now onto the bright side. Transit ridership is improving. Marcus and Millichap reported that the Bay Area's rapid transit ridership was up 12% year over year in July 2025. This goes as high as 15% on weekends and supports the fact that hotel occupancy is expected to grow. Another important part to San Francisco's local economy are conferences. The Moscone Center reported that they had 34 events in 2025 compared to 25 events the year prior. That has led to a 64% increase in hotel bookings. So here's where we can see that the picture is mixed. Some blocks are thriving and others feel empty. Overall, the trend is heading in the right direction here in the city. Number 4, residential real estate. Here's the part that surprises people. While San Francisco's downtown commercial real estate has been struggling, residential real estate has been thriving. At the time of recording this, median home prices here year over year have increased over 7%. That's amongst the highest in the Bay Area, while other markets in the nation are cooling off. The median sales price for a single-family home or condo, specifically in San Francisco, has rose over 12% year over year. And here's the kicker. Homes are easily selling between 2 to 4 weeks on market. On average, homes on the market are getting 4 offers or more, and over 80% of single-family homes are getting over list price. So while you might be hearing headlines about San Francisco's office decline, the real estate market is hot as ever. Now let's talk about what's driving demand. Number 5, the AI boom. To really understand what's going on in a residential market, you have to understand the AI boom. These companies aren't just raising money anymore. They're hiring employees, leasing office spaces, and creating wealth. As you can guess, that wealth is flooding into the housing market. Liquidity events like OpenAI's offer to their employees to sell their company shares are creating massive wealth. Suddenly, with this new buying power, buyers that have been on the sidelines and have thought about buying in the next few years are ready right away. AI professionals are touring everything from $2 million condos to $20 million single-family houses. Neighborhoods like Hayes Valley have particularly become a hotspot for these working professionals. The areas with tight inventory are seeing the strongest appreciation. What makes this cycle different is the amount of buyers that are coming in with cash. San Francisco is a much different market than the rest of the nation. We have a ton of transactions that are done with all cash. While this is not a particularly new phenomenon, the amount of transactions that are done so in this manner has been increased dramatically. Many are data-driven, make quick decisions, and are ready to pay above list price. This is no longer speculation, but rather real demand from people who want to live in San Francisco. Quick question, what do you think about the current state of downtown San Francisco? Are you optimistic about the recovery, or do you think that the challenges are too big to overcome? Let me know down in the comments below. I read every single one. Number 6, the real challenges and what's not getting better yet. Let's be clear, San Francisco has real challenges that haven't been fixed yet. The San Francisco Center has been permanently closed and is now back to its lender. Some retail corridors are still struggling with high vacancy, while in pre-pandemic levels, they were at 5%. The city is facing budget challenges driven by declining commercial property tax revenue due to the lower office valuations. And remote work isn't going away completely. While companies are tending to bring people back, we're not close to our 2019 pre-pandemic levels. For many companies, the hybrid model or work from home is still here to stay. These are real challenges that do exist, but they are being worked on. Mayor Daniel Lurie has made our downtown San Francisco's recovery a top priority. According to Cushman & Wakefield, over $40 million in private sector commitments have been secured through downtown's revitalization through the Heart of the City initiative. Legislation has been passed encouraging office to residential conversions. Lastly, the city is creating entertainment zones and streamlining permits for small businesses and residential units. The question is not whether downtown has real problems, because it is. The question is whether these problems are permanent or they're being addressed. So where does that leave us? What's the actual takeaway here? Number 7, what this actually means for you. Here's my take after looking at all the data and from someone who's in the market every single day here. Downtown San Francisco is not dead, it's in a transition period. The old model where hundreds of thousands of people commuted to downtown San Francisco to sit in office buildings has changed. That's never going to come back completely because remote work has changed things permanently. Now, a new model is emerging. The goal here is to make downtown a 24/7 neighborhood. To do so, it will need new housing, entertainment, and mixed-use developments instead of being a business district that empties out by 6 p.m. This is not going to happen overnight. In fact, it's going to be a multi-year process. With that in mind, I am optimistic because the pieces are in the right place for a strong recovery. So what does this mean for you? Well, if you're a buyer and you've been waiting for the bottom, you probably missed it. On the buy side, prices are rising fast and our rents are increasing amongst the fastest in the nation. Now, if you're a seller, you're in a great position. Inventory is tight. Homes are getting multiple offers and many are going well above list price. If you've been thinking about selling, now is a great time to hit the market. And if you're an investor, San Francisco offers long-term upside with limited supply and high demand. Rental vacancy rates are around 3% and we have very strong fundamentals in our market. The buy low opportunity was in 2023 and 2024. Now we're in the early stages of recovery. The bottom line here is that if you're making decisions based on the narrative that San Francisco's downtown is dead, you're dealing with outdated information. So there you have it. If you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, or renting here in San Francisco, I'd be more than happy to help you. Please contact me at the information below. And if you want more local San Francisco insights, please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.